What's up, citizens? Welcome to my weekly video. It is Friday for you guys, so this is like Wednesday for me. And I thought I'd do another tag this week, and I thought I'd do a book tag. Because as you guys probably know, that was just Sammy running by. He's very... Bird, do you want to be on the video? Do you want to be in the video while I answer the questions? He said he wants to be in the video. This is Sammy, if you guys don't know. And he's on Instagram. His Instagram name is @TheRealSammyDean. I will put it down below in the description box if you guys want to go follow him. He is adorable. He posts pictures. And yeah, please follow him and spread the love. All my social media feeds are down below, but I know the real deal is Sammy Dean right here. So anyways, as you guys know, I'm an author, and one of my biggest passions in life is, you know, reading and writing. I love books. I read all kinds of books, and I love doing book-related videos. So today I'm going to be doing the, as you probably tell from the title, the Totally Should Have book tag. I saw Sasha over at a Booktopia, her YouTube channel. I saw her do this. I think I saw a couple other booktubers do this. And booktubers are just like a classification of people who do a lot of book-related things on YouTube. Yeah, I'm going to be doing that tag, so I hope you guys enjoy this. I know me and Sammy are looking forward to it. Yeah, here is the Totally Should've book tag. Oh, guys, first question is, and I'm going to put all the questions down below, by the way, so you guys can do this at home if you want. Totally should have gotten a sequel is the first question. My pick is Dreamcatcher by Stephen King. I love this book so much. Sammy's done with this. But, yeah, I love Stephen King. He's my favorite author of all time. And, yeah, I think Dreamcatcher is one of the more underrated Stephen King books he's ever published. It's so good. I love the characters, and I know a lot of them died in the book. And I'm not going to give it away who. But, I love Duddits. I love Jonesy and Henry and Beaver and Pete. Everyone in the book is so good. And I think there's a whole lot of unanswered questions that could have been addressed in a sequel. If The Shining can get a sequel, I think Dreamcatcher could. So that is my first answer. Totally should have gotten a sequel. Dreamcatcher by Stephen King. Alright, the next question. Totally should have had a spin-off series. I'm going to go with The Dark Tower because I'm a huge Dark Tower fan. I'm what they call a Dark Tower junkie. That is the official name for Dark Tower fans. And I love the series. I think there's so much, you know, open world possibilities. There's so many different, you know, realities, I mean, he mixed a lot of his books together in this series. There's so much that might not have been explored, you know, getting to see the time before the fall of Gilead, and getting to see, like, the gunslingers when they were in their prime, before Roland was the last gunslinger. That would be an interesting read, I think, getting to see the secret history of some of the characters and some of the orders, like the gunslingers or Arthur of Eld. All that stuff would be interesting to, like, explore in a book series. So, excuse me, that would be my pick, is The Dark Tower by Stephen King. Okay, the next question I'm reading off the list here. An author who totally should write more books? I'm going to say John Green. I recently started reading John Green last year. I've read, I've read An Abundance of Catherines, and I've read Paper Towns, both of which are really good. He has a really great way of capturing, you know, the mindset of a new generation. And even though he's definitely more of a drama, romance sometimes, and more real-world author, not horror, science fiction, or anything. I really think he captures a lot of the same spirit that Stephen King did. I think what really appeals to me is, by Stephen King standards, is the ability to relate to everyone. You know, he isn't writing a book that is over-the-top intellectual. There's a lot of intelligence in the book itself. And I think what appeals to me, too, is that a lot of people don't realize there's different levels of intelligence that run throughout the world that make people smart. You know, it's not all about, you know, high academia necessarily, but, you know, everyone is smart in their own way. And I think what John Green does is he relates to people on a personal level. and really can understand people of all kinds of, you know, backgrounds and intellect and everything like that. So he really is a great author. I know I think he's working on something right now, but he hasn't written in a long time, and I'd love to read more of his stuff. So John Green is my answer to that one. Here's a real quick answer to number 4. A character who totally should have ended up with someone else. Jacob from Twilight. That whole weird ending, and this is a little mild spoiler, so if you haven't read the Twilight series, don't listen right now. But Jacob from Twilight ends up with, or sort of ends up with Bella and Edward's daughter, Renesmee, and they're not like romantically involved at that point, but it's implied that when she gets older, they will be together. And it's kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie, it's really strange. Not exactly the way I was expecting. I would have rather seen him end up with either a woman from his pack or another girl that we didn't know at the time. I mean, it's kind of strange that he would, what they call, imprint on their recently born child. It's kind of strange, just to me. But, yeah. Keeping on the same track, number 5, totally should have ended differently. Breaking Dawn. This book series I can kind of analyze a lot, but if we're just focusing on the final book in the series, Breaking Dawn definitely should have ended differently. That was the biggest book of the series if I remember correctly, and it built up a lot about this group, the Volturi, and this huge battle. I mean, they spent most of the book gathering vampires from around the world with different abilities so that they can go to war with this Volturi group. And they get on the battlefield, which, you know, a huge battle like that in, you know, the United States, but whatever. They gather around these two big groups, and they are like getting ready to fight. And then there's a conversation that goes on in the middle of the field between the leaders, and after much discussion, they all go home. That was it. And that whole big build-up, only to have nothing happen. Like, that was the dumbest ending, I think, I've read, you know, in a book series. I mean, to me, just because of the build-up factor, if it was like something that was implied it was heading in that direction, that would have been one thing. Or if it felt any satisfaction from that ending, I didn't feel anything for that ending. I felt blah. I wasn't angry, but I wasn't happy. I mean, it was just bad. So, no offense. Just, I would have ended Breaking Dawn differently. Just my opinion. Alright, question number 6. Totally should have had a movie franchise. The Dark Tower. I'm going to pick this again, and even though it's in the works right now for a Dark Tower series, and a companion TV series, this is something I've been waiting for many, many years, since I was young. I mean, this is one of the first book series I ever read. I'm a huge Dark Tower fan, and this is definitely something that needs to be told on the big screen. I'm very interested in hopeful that they're starting casting. Idris Elba would make a great gunslinger, and I know there's a big controversy because he's black. Everyone's upset because in the books he was white. The gunslinger is white. I don't really care about that, honestly. It doesn't bother me. I'm like Stephen King. As long as he brings the strength to the role, that's all that matters to me. That the whole color of his skin thing does not matter one iota to me. I think Idris Elba is a fantastic actor, and he'd bring a great intensity to the role. So, yeah, that's my pick. Totally should have been a movie franchise, The Dark Tower. I'm really excited about this question. Totally should have had a TV show. Young adult books are very popular right now with television shows, and I love young adult books. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing against them. I really love the young adult genre, and even though I'm really not happy with the ABC Family version Mortal Instruments, I actually like the movie better personally. I do tend to like book series being adapted like that for television. I, on the other hand, had a great idea for like an FX HBO style show based on a Stephen King book, and there's a lot of his books that could be adapted like that. Desperation and The Regulators would make great shows. It would make a great show itself. I mean, there's a lot that could be said. A great period piece could be The Green Mile or Hearts of Atlantis. But I had a really great idea that The Stand can make a great television series with multiple seasons. There's ample room for more stories that weren't told in the books necessarily to be explored. And I think Kurt Sutter could do it. I think Kurt Sutter is great with television shows. SOA is one of my favorite shows of all time. And I think he would bring the gritty nature that The Stand kind of inhabits. And he'd be able to bring out the true evil of Randall Flagg in that series. So Kurt Sutter running The Stand TV show would be an amazing thing to see. Question 8, totally should have had only one point of view. I can't answer that because I actually think multiple points of view really drives the story forward. Don't get me wrong, Odd Thomas is one of my favorite series and there's only told from his point of view. But multiple points of view in a story, I think, kind of gives more substance to the story. So I can't really answer that. Sorry. Alright, question 9. Totally should have had a cover change. I'm going to go with The Shining. I love The Shining book. It was really well written. You guys already saw up here probably, or up here somewhere, I don't know. The Shining cover. It's really good. I would have had more of a focus on maybe the bloody elevator scene, or the boiler room 616, one of those, is it 616 or 612? I don't remember. I would have had like a more iconic scene as the front of the cover, personally. Freaking even the evil little twin girls in the hallway. That would have been something to see, but yeah, that would be the book cover I would change. Question 10, totally should have kept the original covers. Mortal Instruments. You saw the Mortal Instruments original covers up here somewhere. I just recently bought the last one of the book series, and then the one I got is a completely different cover than the original. It's actually like this silver thing, and it looks cool, but I would have rather had the original book covers, you know, all the way to the, you know, back and forth to the end, and not changed it up, you know, personally. If it did that like down the road, I think there should be a time period between the final book coming out and then getting the collector's edition and all that. Just personally, give it some time to season and to, you know, adapt. But that's my opinion. And finally, question 11. Totally should have stopped at book 1, Twilight. Twilight in the very first book had very big promise. It had potential like you wouldn't believe, and that's what drew me into the series when I first read it. It was well written, had a great romance, you know, blooming. There was a lot of great potential, and I was excited for the rest of the series. But books 2 through 4 just did not capture the same special feeling that the book 1 did, personally. I read it all because I like to stick with the series even when I start it, but reading it, I just was not as invested. I haven't felt the need to read it again, in other words. Dark Tower I've read 7 times, and I'm hoping to read it for the 8th time this year. But Twilight series just did not capture me the same way. I don't feel a need to read it, and that's what I look for in a series. So Twilight, the way it's written now, would have made a great book 1. Written differently, may have worked as a series, but should have stopped at book 1. Well, there you go, guys. That was my totally should have book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to do it, the questions are going to be down below in the description box. Just let me know what you thought of the book tags. Question of the day: what book would you like to see turned into a television show? Leave your questions or your answers down below. Camera is moving. Focus, homie. Yeah, answer the questions down below and leave your thoughts. If you make a video for it and you want to tag me in it so I can look at it, maybe I'll share it with people through social media and, you know, on my vlogs or something. Leave your links down below in the comment section as well, and let me know how it went, and I'll go watch it and share it. So thank you guys for watching. Check out all the links down below, and check out the questions down below. Give this video a big thumbs up. Like this video, comment on it, favorite it, and share it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It'd mean the world to me if you could. Help share the channel and spread the word about Avina Vlogs. And I have a brand new channel art on the channel. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. I also have new links set up there, so go check all those out as well. And click the eye in the sky with today's recommended videos, playlists, and the official link to our merch store, Avina Vlogs merch store. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next week for a brand new video. Long days and pleasant nights, my friends.